Hello everybody, this is Daniel from 2U Automotive Accessories, and I'm not talking about cars today or hybrids or batteries or any of that kind of stuff. I wanted to discuss a couple new things, specifically this little item here. Been kind of stuck to the house recently due to an Achilles heel injury, and I wanted to go over a couple options that you have for trying to be mobile. I'm kind of one that having to sit still for long periods of time, having to put my foot up for long periods of time is very difficult. So I went ahead and ordered these two items. The scooter, the knee scooter. This thing has been a godsend. I mean, it's just great. I mean, it is a little difficult with the cast on the cushion portion of it. It does kind of rub into the front part of your leg, and you know, you kind of get used to it after a while. The basket is great. You see I got a bunch of crap in there. I just kind of accumulate. Since I've been using this thing, it carries my cell phone, it carries, all my tools and such. I knew that was going to happen. Hold on. Okay, where was I before the phone rang? Um, so yeah, basically I have these two options for making my way around, and this little scooter's been great. It kind of is crickety, like I think it's designed to fold up, and because of it, you want to be able to fit it in your car or wherever. It just creaks and stuff when you're trying to move around. But you get this thing on a hardwood floor, or you get it, in Walmart or wherever, and you can scoot around pretty quick. The only thing I would say, if you're on it for long periods of time, your left hip is going to start hurting because you're pushing it with your left foot if your cast is on the right, like mine. And but other than that, I mean, I even took it out to the car auction yesterday. Really, really rough terrain. You see here, the tires or wheels, I guess, are pretty roughed up from driving on that rough terrain or riding it on the rough terrain. It was more like pushing it than riding on it. But yeah, I managed to make my way around the auction and look at cars and that kind of stuff. And then the second option, really this is a necessity if you're actually going to have to do some physical labor. To me, I mean, this scooter works for pretty much everything. This iWalk, I guess peg leg type thing, it works fairly well. The issues and the problems that I'm having with it is I'm 6'1", and maybe I just don't have it adjusted quite right, because it seems like it's about an inch and a half short for me. So I'm always kind of feel like I'm putting a lot of pressure on my left leg. Oh, there's another problem too. I bought this used. You can see it's pretty rough condition. The scooter I bought new. But these are pretty expensive, so I went ahead and bought a used one, and it came with a missing strap. So I used the strap here around the back of my cast, and then the other strap here near the top. I strapped that around, but there's supposed to be another strap that goes right there. That might be an issue too. But when I strap this thing on tight at those two locations, it seems to stay and not wiggle around and stuff. I'm able to walk on it fairly well. It does have the hand portion of it to give you a little bit more balance. You can grab that and just kind of use it like a cane. But if you're like wanting to like move stuff around your house, or like me, work on my car, things like that, then you want to have two hands free, and that's what this does. This helps you to. With the scooter, you're not going to have two hands free if you're moving. You can just kind of post your knee on it and shave or brush your teeth or whatever, that's fine. But if you're actually moving, you're going to need at least one good strong hand on those handlebars. With this, you don't have to, but like I said, I'm having a little issues with it, so I think I'm going to try and pad it up a little bit, so give me a little bit more height. I'm going to see if I can adjust it a little bit more to get it a little lower. I'm not sure if that's the way. Maybe you can leave a comment to tell me which way that foot's supposed to go, because I would have assumed that the curvy part would go in the front, but it only goes to the left or to the right. So since I'm having to use it on my right leg, I've put it on the right side, so it kind of forces me towards center rather than away from center, where it would kind of throw off your balance a little bit. So I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work, but that's how I have it set up. It came actually on the other side, but it very well could have been somebody who had the cast on their other foot. So what we're going to do today with this thing is we're going to try it out. I'm actually going to try and mow my lawn. My lawn, we've had quite a bit of rain here in Lubbock, Texas recently, and my lawn is crazy. My boys have been busy with work and family and all that kind of stuff. They were supposed to come over and help out, but I know they've been busy. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't get this thing strapped on me. We'll set up the camera outside and let's see how well we do doing like physical labor, like, you know, mowing your lawn, getting your lawnmower started, and those kind of things. All right, we'll be back in a few. Here I am in my iWalk. I pretty quickly found out that you can't just leave this other strap off. I took a belt and kind of rigged it. For now, I can already tell it's kind of hurting me, so we're just going to try and get this portion of the lawn mowed. As you can see, it's a mess over here. I've been in this thing for almost 5 weeks now, so haven't been able to do any of the yard work yet, and it got pretty bad pretty quick with the rain, so this is where we're at. So just having gotten the lawnmower out and set up the camera, I'm already kind of hurting on my hip with this thing. So with this strap, it kind of hurts. This is an actual, like, you know, belt that you put around your waist that I'm using to kind of help. So when I pick up my leg, this portion of it makes sure that that brace comes up with my leg. Otherwise, it's going to be hard going. The good thing is I can hold on to the mower while I'm mowing. Let's just hope this mower starts and go from there. almost face planted over there. You really gotta work at getting this foot up way higher than the other one. But I'm gonna say overall, it's a success. You can do that kind of stuff. Had I had the other strap, maybe your experience will be different than mine. But for the most part, this thing's kind of going up and down a little bit. And I really got to lift this right leg up, and it's really putting a lot of pressure on this hip. But tell me what you think. I think it's doable. Had I had the other strap, things might have been different, but for the most part, it kind of wore me out just doing this section of the wall. But it's done, so it did it. So as you can see, it is doable. I don't know if you could hear all the audio outside. That's why I wanted to bring you inside. Again, I used a belt from your weight, a waist belt to strap it on the front. There was one time I almost face planted outside. This is kind of dangerous, so you might want to be careful, or you might not want to do it at all. There's a couple things out there that I did that was unsafe, so be careful if you do try this at home. But I think for the most part, you can do work like this. I know I've moved furniture, helped my son move furniture and stuff around the house. I'm actually putting in a floor right now. I know these are things that we're not supposed to be doing necessarily when we're in a cast and such, and we're supposed to keep our foot up. But this thing does give you some mobility. You do have to stop and rest and put your foot up like you're supposed to, like the doctor says. But I think it's a success. Like I said, with this situation, without the extra strap, I've just had to lift that foot up so much higher. It was putting stress on my left hip, and it's just, you got to try to do something when you're stuck in the house for 4 or 5 weeks straight. Otherwise, you just go stir crazy. So I managed to get that part of the yard done. I'm very happy with it, and we'll try some stuff in the future. Thank you. Bye.